Okay. Oh, look, I'm gonna stand to the side. Oh my goodness. So like when it's an ambulance or some kind of emergency, um, like lights supposed to lawfully, if can in traffic, pull over to the side of the road if possible, but it's not always possible because people are driving and not everyone does it. And so if possible, there are laws. For real. Ugh. Yep. So, there that is. Oh my goodness. There that is. Today I'm going to do better. And I don't care who they are, what they got. They ain't taking me. And so I'm going to make sure that even though if I say I don't want to be somewhere, I don't want to do something, or whatever the situation is, and somebody else is saying something, and I'm trying to get my information, I'm trying to plead my case and gain an understanding and all that. Nah, I'm gonna walk away as best as I can, and I'm going to handle it on ways that are non-violent. But yeah, there are very many means for a lot of stuff, and I'm not gonna I don't have to take that shit from anybody. I don't have to take that stuff from anybody. I don't have to take abuse. I don't have to accept abuse from people. I really don't. I don't have to allow anyone to abuse me. I'm not allowing anyone to abuse me. I'm not giving permission for anyone to abuse me. I'm not abusing people. Please, I know I'm not. I go somewhere, I use the bathroom. If I see something around that I can do, or if I can pay money and do different things, like even a public library, I'm not trying to go there and take advantage of the situation. I'm contributing to who I am. That matters to me so much. It's 5:42 a.m. It's Friday. Oh my goodness. Friday, May 17th, 2024. I'm gonna go through the drive-thru and get some orange juice. I don't know, because I can say I'm driving. I can prove it. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm gonna try it and see. Oh, I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong. but it's worth a try. I might just get like a bottle of water. I could, oh, I don't even know if they are opening the inside this early. That is something. I don't know. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna do it. For real. Okay. Let's see. I don't even know if they're open. I'm about to see right now. Okay, so it is open, but I don't know what I have to do. How big I have to like cover to get some assistance up in here. Wow. I'm gonna try the other one. I don't know, this one may have a problem here. Order here. Okay. Trying. I at oh. I can't be looking at somebody else. I'm literally like this trying to see if they gonna a cart. Oh, they came over here and then they're not. Oh, man.
Okay, go ahead and pull forward.
It's 5:46 a.m. I'm gonna go to the window. I don't even know. What? Come on. I don't know about these people. But I need to know. I gotta know. I don't even know. I don't see water on the menu. No, I don't see water on the menu. I'm not having any speech or hearing difficulties unless I'm trying to talk and they're not hearing me. So I'm not going. This is where it starts. Order here, and so that just is not working out for me. So I'm gonna go over here. I am not. No, I'm not going to entertain that situation at all because I went there for real and they ignored me more than once and one time. Okay, another time. Really, they didn't ignore me. They just did not assist me. They knew other things were there. And they did not want, I don't know. I don't know them. I'm not speaking for them. I got some food with me anyway. I didn't go there for food though. I had some beverage with me. I didn't go there for beverage. Well, I went there for oranges. I didn't go there for my particular beverage. I went there for water too. And I did not get it at all. How is that possible? Well, it doesn't say only automobiles. And I know that there are cameras that they can see who is standing there. I probably would have, I could say something like, hi, what's the problem? So, oh my goodness. So, yeah, I have things to drink. Just gotta wanna figure out what I wanna drink. I'm not here to play games with people, and I'm not here to interfere with people's business. That's something that I'm not doing. And I when I went there, I was for real though. I laughed about it, sure. That's not I'm here for me. I'm here for me. Oh, it's good that I didn't get like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna say that. It's about something with me. I'm not worried about that. Other stuff. So, sitting here and I'm waiting on the bus to come. So, Philly Public transportation, city bus. Ooh. Thirst. Thirst much. Hydration. definition. I'm healthy. Whew. Yep. 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 It's so nice, and I want to see it. It's the sun. Wow. Oh my goodness. Impressive. Mm. I see my sun. I see the sun. It's a star. The sun is perhaps a star. And it's very, 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 very useful. It's this like kind of scent or smell in the air. I don't know if it's an aroma. It's like chemical and natural. It's like artificial. It's like an artificial smell. I'm trying not to smell it like that. I have to, but I'm not. I don't want to like. I have to breathe in. I have to breathe in. I have to inhale and exhale as much as I want to. But I don't know what it is. It's not my problem, but it's like this random smell. Oh yeah, it's 6:03 a.m. today. Well, so I know the bus is gonna be pretty soon, and so I'm going to look in that direction. I'm saying I am being so like considerate. So I wanna see the exact definition. Yeah, I'm gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself. So the bus is coming. There's the bus coming. There. Okay. Okay, come on. That window is like shut. Actually, 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 actually had some kind of screw in it. Make sure I do not fall. I make sure I'm standing up. So that's what yeah, I'm gentle with myself. It's like task. It's like task. TASKS. This is skill to not fall on the bus. I could set up a tripod. For real, I could not make it up. It's for real. It's problems.
Now approaching 39th Avenue and 60th Street. This is 39th Avenue and 60th Street.
before I got kicked out. I was changing. I was changing from hospitality to engineering, and I got kicked out. The program. I met with the person out there. It's Mount Pleasant, and I was going to learn how to do things with the roads, and then I was going to eventually learn how to do things with, like, make robots. And technical college, I promise. I have proof, literally, and I would have been started off making like $50,000 like a year right away. Yeah. And somebody from the financial aid office started hating on me too, but it was some so-called instructors or I don't know that were hating too in college. But these roads should be getting better. I'm not worried on myself. Interested in different groups, technology. I was in different groups, including international group, leadership groups, student government. I was in the variety of groups, and I know one time I had tried to go to Gateway, but they didn't have a black student union, so then I went to another college. But then when I went to Gateway again, there was a black student union there. But I could have started a black student union or whatever at Gateway, but that never was told to me. So I found out that I could have created whatever groups I wanted. So I had mentioned that as well. And so it's just like, I know myself, and I'm not worried about so much of what all kinds of people say to me or about me, but my resources, some things matter to me so much, and that seems like at times it's a lot of the only thing that can be used to get anywhere near me. But during that time, I was on the Wisconsin Department of Corrections probation. I was in Kenosha, but the Department of Corrections forced me to relocate to Racine. They changed my case to Racine. So I had a time. I went through all kinds of stuff. But then not only that, I was taking different classes as well on my own, including an anger management class in Kenosha during that time, and I was taking a renter's smart class. I wasn't successful in any of it. I was so busy. I was so busy. I would write, I would try, but those things were not important to me as much. And I was coming in after the program had already started too. So those two programs, I didn't get the full, and so I just wasn't. But I had said that I would try. It was another one, but I didn't get I didn't start right away. Or it was one about like some communities and all my own stuff. It wasn't like I paid money, but the college stuff at Gateway, I paid money, and I was there. I really wanted things to be successful. I didn't even get my grades, but I was just saying because like these roads, it's bumpy roads. Oh, I was gonna make some roads. That's okay. You know, I'm present. I have the potential to engineer and construct things, to be creative. I am myself, and I know that for a fact, and that is so important to me. I feel good about myself. I can say all kinds of things. I can say all kinds of terms and definitions and all of that stuff. But overall, no matter what, I am myself. I am who I am. So I have confidence and I believe in me. And that matters. It matters so much to me. But I know these roads don't be in good shape soon enough. So the opportunities are everlasting for me. I'm not worried. I'm not afraid.
Now approaching Kenosha Transit Center.
I have some plans for today, including
This is Kenosha Transit Center.
that I enjoy breathing. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna go on this one. And I'm good with math. I'm real good with math. Gotta pay it. learning about math. I have to learn more about math because I myself. Oh. I am not worried. So yeah, I have to put some things into my day, and I have to continue to say and work toward cleaning up a lot of things and practicing on my language every day. I look forward to some things that I don't even have to consider. I look forward to things that are just things. So making sure that I keep myself and I am who I am matters so much. I'm mad. Definitely. Be successful, continuing to move forward in my life, and no matter what, knowing who I am, knowing me, wanting me. So I'm good because I know me. I'm not involved in all that stuff. Like as far as with different things, I'm involved with myself. That's what I'm doing. But if there's ever a chance, and I have some plans. Wisconsin, I want to know more about other stuff too, but University of Wisconsin-Madison is creating this big old state-of-the-art engineering kind of thing department right in Madison, Wisconsin. And it is something that University of Wisconsin-Madison would have to explain. So it's for engineering, and it is a problem. And so like engineering is all sorts of things. Really important. But so I have my own plans for my own self to do my own things, and I appreciate it. I am thankful. I'm grateful. I'm so glad to just be present, to have my open mind. I can go and do all kinds of things I can build a home. I can just purchase whatever I want for myself. So if there was a proud, I'm proud. I'm proud of myself. If there is, because I know I'm proud. I like myself. I appreciate it. For real. By many means, by many, all kinds of stuff. I am happy. And I'm not talking about myself and communicate about myself to be something other than just me, who I am, Jasmine Renee Davis. But now, that's one thing that I have to do as well. Reach out to fiscal department. I have to reach out to the Department of Treasury, and I got to reach out to the Department of Education and federal student aid and all things that, like, more than that, I have to create things for myself. Like, I have to reach out to, just, I have to do a lot, and I don't have to name it all. It's not like it's specific or particular importance by any of those ways. But it matters. And I have to make sure that if I want some money for school, I take care of those things, because say you got money, they're gonna tell me I got money from him, but I didn't get the grades. And I had the grades, but they didn't let me get the grades. And so it was just a lot of different things that I have the recordings to. And so appreciate it. And so, it just matters so much to me. It matters. There. Yeah, so I'm on my way to Simmons Library, and it's 6:30 though. It's 6:30 a.m. and they open at 9. And so I'm early. I'm here. I'm present. I'm present. I am so present. I am definitely present. And so I'm here. Now, I can say all kinds of things. But one thing is that I like who I am. I don't, now, I didn't touch anything but, I don't know what the heck, I didn't even pay attention to that. So I know what I touched. I have to find ways to not speak oppressively. To speak and see they're saying that. I don't oppress. I do not. I'm not an oppressor. And so, well, I want to find a tree to sit near, and I found one. I found a tree to sit near. But right now, it probably is not the best choice of tree for reasons. So that's the tree, though, that I was planning to sit near. I was about to sit near that tree right there. Oh, I think that I can. I think I have some seeds. I think I have some seeds. I think I have some seeds. Nah, I'm not sitting near this tree. I don't even know what this is. Yeah. This tree, look at this tree. This tree is growing. I'm not sitting near this tree, but this tree is so pretty, beautiful. It's stuff all over the place. But this tree is growing. Standing. Yeah. I'm not sitting in that tree right now. But I have to find a tree. But I have to make sure I'm careful. Seems like I have time. So Um, I'm probably going to choose to sit at that tree. That tree. I see my shadow. Oh, yeah. Well, mm, mm, I'm looking. Uh, so this shoe is tight. This shoe is tight. So I have the laces. Now, mm, I found another tree I can sit near. I'm gonna sit near this one right here. I gotta get some seeds. I'm sitting near this tree right here. This one right here. Real. Yeah. First of all, before I sit near it, I'm going to look at it. There's all kinds of things that could grow that I would have to just recognize. I would have to look at and see for myself so that I could know. Just like I have some on my hand. Like I didn't put that on my hand. And so this tree is, wow, I don't even know. Oof. I feel some way about this tree. Ooh. I don't even know. And that's okay. I can feel some type of way. Look at it. This tree is something. I don't even know. This tree is paper. Oh, please. See? So now, some trees produce paper. Some paper is produced from trees. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know. But I'm saying because something is happening with this tree. But this tree is standing. So this tree is growing. But it's not. It's this tree. This tree is here. And it looks like it's going to be here. This is a specific kind of tree. And it has meaning for its branches and all that stuff to be like that. And it's going to grow more. And that's interesting though. So, well, there are many things that I could be doing right now. And I'm doing many things right now. I want to continue to look around and to breathe this fresh air. Oh my goodness. I'm carrying my own weight. And I'm learning how to do things carrying. So training. I have some seeds. Perhaps for the birds or for nature. I have some seeds. And I wonder. It's 6:42 a.m. Kenosha, Wisconsin. I'm in Wisconsin. I'm me. I'm here. I'm out here. Well. Oh my goodness. So I don't even know who that is, but who that image is of. It looks copper, and Lord, this is so nice. So I enjoy myself. Just to stand here. I'm about to sit right here. I'm about to sit right here. I am about to sit right here. And that is copper. And the sun is shining. So I'm gonna sit right here. Oh my goodness. I'm about to sit right here. And That is a um, that is a material. That's a metal or something. But it's a natural element that is necessary in so many ways. And so I don't even know what I could stand here and think about so much and to be sure of myself. It's important. If I stand and I look this way, and so I'm sitting right here. I'm about to figure out something. I'm about to figure out something more. I can sit right here if I want to. I am me. Nobody is going to tell me how about what I'm doing. I am a person. And there's meaning that I don't have to explain. But I know that I am present and I'm about to sit. And then when I choose to stand up, whatever I choose to do, it's gonna be on my own time, for myself, and it's meaningful, and that is significant for me. And in so many ways. In so many ways. In so many ways. And so, let's look back. Let's backpack to I'm sitting here. And actually, I'm keeping this on. But I'm not going to get grass stains on it. So, I am pull it up. And I'm about to sit right here. Now, I'm not worshiping anybody. I am not, I believe in myself. And I'm just letting that be known as well. But there is things that I want to do for me. I have an attraction that is mine. It's mine. And that is how it is. I don't know. This man, this is a contribution of a supposed president of the United States of America. about this right now. I hadn't even got to that point. This man supposed to have freed the slaves. I promise. Like, I didn't even get that far because I'm real within myself. I am going to have my time as well, where I'm standing here today. And I have my problems. And they're my problems. My own problems. And I'm healthy. I don't always have to define how, maybe I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to say as descriptive. But why should I? When I'm myself and I feel myself, why do I have to put a word to it? Because and so I'm going to sit here. I'm going to just make sure that I am myself and who I am. I have myself. I believe in myself. I have my life. I want my life. I want to live. That is what I'm here about. This is the image right here today. I could sit right up there if I want to. I am going to sit somewhere around here. And I don't know what those papers supposed to mean. But I can sure say so much for sure. All of this, from front to side to back, I don't even know what all of this means. And so I'm going to say that I'm not advertising for anyone. And so it means so much to me to be successful in who I am. And Kenosha may not, there's people in Kenosha that may not want me in Kenosha, but it's not about you. I'm not playing any games. Whatsoever. That tree right there is interesting. Oh my goodness. And if a bird comes along and I happen to have some seeds in my hand, then there is. For real. And so I my things. And I am going to sit right here on myself. I want to be me. I have inspiration. I'm not trying to be anyone else, and I'm not going to be anybody else. I am myself. For real. Oh, my goodness. So, it's one thing to know. See, there's some lessons that Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin has to have. But what I'm doing is for me. Who I am, I'm active, I'm capable. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be who I am. I'm not about to be out here doing anything other than being myself. And so I'm about to sit down here, and I need to get this too. And so I have my own being. I have growth within myself. I'm serious about me. I'm not playing about me. Okay. And so I'm sitting here. It's 6:58 a.m. That's the time. I don't know what kind of time it's supposed to be. Ante-meridian. I figured that out somehow on my own. I went to school at James Vernon. Oh yes. So people want the story, huh? Well, it's my story. And you know what? So I went to school at James Vernon. There was a swimming pool up in that school. Never even fucking touched it. Only looked at it. Never was even offered. I know that I was not offered. Somebody, I'm saying the truth here. Oh yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna say this. When I was born, see, home ownership first of all, before public school. So that's enough being said as it is from the beginning. 42, 25, 31st Avenue, Kenosha, Kenosha, Wisconsin. 53144 1938. That is the zip code and the block code. I figured that out on my own. I know who I am. I have my mind. It wasn't laziness and all that different stuff around me. It was a bunch of work and building and all kind of creating and doing. Not just simple stuff. I could say it, but I'm not going to, because I don't even know the definition of all these words, and I'm not going to discredit myself, and I'm not going to discount who I am. So when people try to put me in some kind of position and try to say that I am not worth myself, I don't give a fuck about what they saying. But I'm not going to be somebody's goddamn career criminal, some disservice, some inconvenience, some motherfucking all kind of imbalance, so somebody can get a motherfucking cheap ass motherfucking paycheck, probably ain't even intelligent enough to even figure out a fucking a product for a goddamn independent salary or any motherfucking thing. And I hate it. But what I'm saying is they put themselves in my way. Okay? Whatever I went through, whatever I'm doing or whatever, I'm right here. But I'm not going to have people accusing me of doing stuff that is not accurate, and I'm not going to be someone's assumption. And even if all of the shit that have been said, it's mine. And there are proper ways. I don't have to be stalked. I am not a stalker. I have never even stalked anybody ever. Shit. I've had the police called on me a lot of goddamn times. I'm at the motherfucking, and I'm not a police officer. No matter what. I am not about to be a police officer, and I'm not about to be a police officer too and get called on some motherfucking call and I'm not doing that shit. I'm my own self. I am who I am. I like who I am. And that's important to me. Yes, I know who I am. You know what bothers me? People have been coming up to me asking me, do I remember them? I never even fucking knew you. So if I don't know your name, because I didn't fucking know you. So what you getting paid to come up to me asking me, do I fucking remember you? What is the problem? Why would I, why are you asking me that question? Do you remember me? This is not only one person, I promise, but it happened just this week. I am strong. I'm myself. And I have areas of improvement. I am not perfect. I am not trying to say that I am. So it's some stuff out here being said about Jasmine Renee Davis. These same people out here doing all kinds of stuff, but coming to me. There was a stalker class that I took at Gateway. It was virtual. I found it. I was supposed to get a certificate for that class, but somebody told the instructor not to give me a certificate. But I continued to talk to the person, and he was very high in his ranks as an officer there. And I communicated with these people in leadership. They were not my peers. However, I know who I am. But I did not get a certificate. I got a certificate in something else. I don't even know what the fuck it was. I was supposed to, maybe it was something about time. I don't know. But I was supposed to go, the same, to a class about procrastination. And I had some other stuff I had to do. But I did pop into that class. Just a second. And I overheard some talking, and I didn't stay in that Zoom meeting. And so, what I'm saying is, I like who I am. I know who I am. But for people to come to me and try to, because people know these records. They read these records. People have access. Even when I was in jail, somebody told me that I was like disabled because I was cleaning, and I got special privileges because the male officers let me clean. And the male officers like, y'all could have been doing this. I'm telling you, I cleaned the microwave, all kind of Kenosha. I had just got there. It was on March 5th, 2024. And it seemed like there was always some big event that really seriously was effective on days that were on my calendar. Like a Wednesday, like a Sunday, like different days. But I had to look at the bright side of all my situations. My case had been unique. And so it was a compliment in so many ways. But there was some insult as well. And that matter to me. But I'm like, okay. And they say, don't do this, don't do that, or whatever. And that day I wanted my right clothes because there was a size, but after I put the clothes on, I knew that the clothes were too big. Because when I got there, I put on some big old clothes, and I didn't worry about any motherfucking thing that they had to say to me. But I was not being disrespectful to anybody. I mind my own business, my own matters. I did everything that I had to do for myself. But they were complaining, even like try to walk up to me, all kinds of different stuff. The same person who was fucking literally watching me so much, she was like literally trying to mirror what I was doing or something. I don't know. But she was starting, I don't know, it was weird. And I'm not saying that that's what she was doing, but it sure looked like it. It was kind of bothersome at times because she was so mean to me. But when she seen I was going to talk about, she turned around and then she started hating on me and said that I was disabled. And I'm like, I don't even know these people. Who the fuck? These officers. I was told one day, I was crying. And I had a meeting. And it was supposed to have been with some attorneys and all kinds of shit. I didn't even get, 2 attorneys from the public defender's office came for a criminal case and a CHIPS case. But that's a story where this criminal for the case that I was proven innocent for. Now that's something. But they came together and they won. I hadn't even been able to talk to them for months. They didn't even have the facts. They didn't come with anything. It was some bullshit. I was fucking harassed and hassled by the officer, and I asked for different documentation. Oh, they try to have some fancy fucking words? I have the shit written down. I know it. I don't give a fuck. I have the important parts. And so, but it's all there. So I was at Kenosha County pretrial facility. As a pretrial detainee, I had not been sentenced, and therefore I was not subject to any form of punishment at all. That's the law. I read that on my own. I found it on my own. I didn't even know that this whole time, but I learned that. A pretrial detainee cannot be punished. And this is a problem that people are trying to harm me by putting out these rumors and stuff. But I went back to the single cell in Q dorm, and I'm crying, and somebody hollered through the damn wall that was in P dorm where the officers were, and said, "Don't cry now. You weren't crying when you had that dick in your mouth." I said, what? Whoa. So I didn't even know that person was talking to me. I didn't even know. I was like, what the heck? And so that person was like saying all kind of mean, and they said, Davis. I said, wait the fuck, oh, this is real. Wait, I'm crying like a mug too. And I'm crying, and it's like, what? How? Oh, if I had a dick in my mouth, how would you know? Or something. I said some bullshit. And I said, hold on. And I said, I'm talking to you. She said, I'm talking to you, Davis. So I said, how the fuck? She said, yeah, these officers over here laughing about you showing all kinds of different papers and stuff with your name on it. I wrote it down too. I wrote the notes down, all that. They got all this stuff saying this stuff about you, and you in here for sexually harassing somebody. You weren't crying when you was sexually harassing somebody. I was like, what the? No, that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not talking to you, and I'm not in here. But if I was, that is not your goddamn business. The fuck? Talking about the officers were up in there laughing about me, putting the paper and showing each other the paper, showing her the paper. I didn't even know who the fuck she was. I didn't know anything about her. Come to find out, she said that she was not referring to me. But how would she say that I'm Miss Davis? But the information that she had given was so inappropriate. Like, it was so unethical that she had any information even about somebody else. But she said Davis. And so I was wondering what the problem is. She said a bunch of other stuff, though. And I said, how would you, whatever. And then she said, oh, it's some other person or whatever. And I said, are you referring to Jasmine Davis? Because I want to know. And it went on, and then eventually she said she was not. But then eventually I was moved over to P with her. Like, not with her, but she was in there. And soon as I came in there, I didn't even tell her my name. And she said, hi, Jasmine. This was a young, probably black woman. And she had her baby in jail. She was not getting any care. She was in jail. She had her baby in jail. That jail, apparently. I don't know. I don't know her. I'm not speaking on her. I'm not defending her. But this is what I'm saying. And so she kept talking to me, and it was some words that I had to let her know, and she was interfering in my calls and all kinds of stuff. But she was saying things that it's just like, oh yeah, you about to sleep on the floor, aren't you? Like a rat. You were this and that. How the fuck would you know that that I was sleeping on the floor in jail? I don't even know you. You say you were talking about another Davis. But how the fuck how would you possibly know anything about me? How would you know? That I sleep on the floor. It's crazy. It was all kinds of stuff. And so I said, none of your damn business or something, I said to her. I wasn't fucking rehearsing any of that stuff. I didn't give a fuck about it. What, who gives a fuck about dumb shit that I don't have anything to do with, that's really insignificant to me, but it mattered so much because this information that this person had. So they were saying things like I didn't shower, in which I was not. It wasn't their motherfucking business who I am, what I'm doing, or any of that. But these officers were giving out information that was not even true, but it was alleged. I was there for incompetency. But I was not discussing my cases. I did not talk to anybody about anything about me and who I am. My phone calls were being monitored. I was being fucking stalked and harassed and all kinds of things in jail. But it was a lot of things that were just relevant. But these people that have this information are violating my trust. These people are doing things that are not what I would believe that should be. I'm not disabled, but there are some factors that people could try to say. I am a person. I'm not disabled, but I've been hated on. I have my own stuff. And so when people are having access to this information that they should not have access to, I do not have to smile at everybody that I see. I may not like the way something is on that person or whatever, but that's on me. Mentioning anything about that woman who had just had a baby, all that, it mattered because she was coming to me, talking to me. I'm not her professional. I use it as an example because they put me in a position multiple times with these people who were abusive toward me, that were needing me constantly, asking me for my food, asking me for my phone calls, coming up to me, even in the hospital, telling me that they need me. And yet I have to take care for I have enough for me. And so these people all around town having this information about me. I was literally getting locked up and closed in for days. People were hating on me so bad they wouldn't even charge the tablet that they would give me. When they were supposed to charge the tablet, they wouldn't even charge the tablet. This woman I didn't even tell my mom about this yet. Dang. Maybe I probably brought it up, but I ain't bring it up. But she gonna come to me and talk about, I am not your mother. Nasty ass shit. Wasn't even picking up the fucking garbage. I had to beg and plead for fucking tissue paper, toilet tissue. For days sometimes, for 12 hour shifts. I wasn't even always getting clean clothes, but these motherfuckers had a nerve to think they got some fucking levels to talk shit about me. Nah. Shit. It was plenty of times. It was this little woman that chased me and shit. She was acting up. She was fucking reading my goddamn commissary shit. I came out, I'm like, what are you doing? Beating the fucking phone and shit, talking to me. This shit is about me. I'm like, I ran from her. Shit. I ran from that woman. In a little ass fucking 2-cell motherfucking thing. I was not watching a TV. I never asked for the remote. Somebody was saying, oh, I don't know what she used to. I can't do this. I'm not like her. Because I did not. I was in P dorm for a while. It was me. That motherfucking dorm was molded. The shower had motherfucking black mold. All kinds of shit in it. For months. I was in that fucking dorm for months. And a person came and she opened the fucking shower curtain and it was horribly molded. And they tried to ask me to clean the motherfucker out. Oh, I'll give you bleach. And they, man, what the fuck? It was mold up in that motherfucker. And it was mold all through that bitch. It's mold in Kenosha County Jail like a motherfucker. In them walls and all that shit. And I know people gonna be upset with me or whatever. But it's motherfucking mold up in that bitch. And it's through the goddamn, and it's a natural thing, but it has to be properly. I'm not making no motherfucking excuses. That ain't right. That shit is not supposed to be in the shower like that. Then these motherfucking social workers, motherfuckers coming in, and then they even said that they stopped my fucking professional visit. I want to get them. They said that they weren't talking about me, but when I heard that shit, I was no longer getting my stuff. I was supposed to have got. I was supposed to have somebody was coming to try to teach me the law. They were not teaching me the law. They were being mean to me, and they were lying. They were dishonest. They were being inconvenient. Because I would be doing something, shit, more important than what the fuck they came there for. But this social worker came to me right after I had court one day and lied and said that I was combative toward her. I think it was November 17th. But she said that she never was going to come back and she never was going to meet with me because I was combative toward her, and I was in her face and I had to be restrained, like saying that I was abusive toward her. And I'm like, who the fuck? These motherfuckers sitting out here talking about for 10 years I had this, and I'm saying that I'm deteriorating and shit. Bitch, don't refer to me like that. Fuck you think this is? Materialistic ass shit? For real. Like, shit. And so people coming up to me talking about, do I remember them? Ain't no telling what the fuck is being said. You know, motherfuckers trying to calm me down and settle me and shit. What the fuck? Or how would you? Why are you in my motherfucking business? What the fuck you doing? I don't need you to settle me. The fuck you trying to calm me down for? I have never did anything to you for you to treat me in that manner. I don't want to be sued by motherfuckers. I'm good. I'm active. I am myself. I am who I am. Man. Yeah, so that's just how it is. These peppers they boost levels for real. Ooh. Yeah. And so I just continue to be who I am. I believe in all that I am, who I am. I am confident in myself to know that I have power, that I have energy, that I have all kinds of things that are of me. And I am not going to allow non-factors to stress me. I find it that if I am in a time of my life that I need to focus on who I am, I don't need a bunch of fake motherfuckers around. But they exist. People are who they are. And so that matters a lot to me. It means something. is important. I'm putting, I'm who I am. I'm real with myself. But so yeah, I don't like that. I like to be myself. I don't even know if I like it. I don't know what to say in particular about it. But I can say that I have my own problems. I have my own things that I have to continue to work on, that I can go so far ahead of. There doesn't have to be a constant turn back, but I have to. I sit here and I appreciate who I am. I have all kinds of things that I go through on a regular basis. And it matters so much to me. Man. So, I am not going to jail for no motherfucking reason. At all. Motherfuckers think that they got cases built up against me. I'm right here. There's no motherfucking way. And I don't talk to no motherfucking body. Really, I talk on here. So if this motherfucker's trying to hold this against me, my address is up on here. My name is up on here. I've said my location up on here. I put my phone number and a post office box as well. Post office box 1624, Kenosha, Wisconsin, 53141. So I'm not about to let motherfuckers sit here and constantly try to bully me and teach me words of defeat when they try to compliment me, and I didn't always have the definitions and shit. I can travel the world on my own. I can learn things on my own. I can get a passport and a passport book and a passport card and do things for who I am. I don't need motherfuckers trying to tell me when I can do something and when I cannot do something. Shit. I'm going through something in my life, and I'm who I am, and I'm just living my life. I am living my life. I'm living my life. And I like to live my life. Dirty ass shit constantly that I have to put up with. And maybe it's not by those people's means, by those people's standards, by whoever those people are. But I know who I am. I'm in control of my mind, how my brain works. I'm not going to be convinced. of anybody trying to play around with my head, what people want to put in my brain. I know who I am. I know that I'm going through all kinds of stuff, and sometimes people are being very mean to me, and I have to make sure that I can stand myself and that I can make it through whatever I go through. It's not always taught. Some people like walking around sick and don't even know they sick, and when they are healthy, they think that they feel like they fucking sick. Because it's nothing really truly around here to really show any difference. When I had my son, I would say, and even situation with my daughter, but when I had my son, people were trying to tell me what was good for my son and what wasn't. The doctors were telling me not to give my son, my infant, water. And so people would say, give that baby needs some water. And I would say, no, I can't. I'm not giving my baby water. Although I breastfed, I made milk. I made milk for my child. But there's a lot of factors that go along into that as well. But I also did not know and was not advised properly in both of my pregnancies. Any of my pregnancies, for my divine, for my children, that I need a specific amount of things. I'm a woman, and if I give birth to a baby and I lose blood, not lose blood, but if blood comes out of me, I am not supposed to be kicked the fuck out and not even given the proper food, not given the proper nutrients, not even advised. When I had Divine, the nurse was telling the doctor, she's losing a lot of blood. I'm worried, she's losing a lot of blood. The doctor said, no, he was smiling. He said that I'm okay. I didn't even know how it felt to have my water, to have my own water break on my own. I have plans for my life, and I have survived, and I'm continuing to be strong, and I'm not about to let some motherfuckers sit here and think they about to take over me, and I'm not gonna make it through all that I need to make it. I'm not gonna be in nobody's fucking jail. I'm not gonna be confined to a goddamn hospital. That's not my place. But I was not told. I struggled. When I had Divine, the dentist would not treat me. And I had grown this big old My face had swollen up, and I was in the hospital, and they did not even care about me or treat me while I was there. I went to another hospital about it. But anyway, what I'm saying is, I was not advised of the proper nutrients by these people that probably have information. But to produce more and to do all these different things. So I said, my baby cannot drink water. He's too little to drink water. It's too thin for him. And somebody said to me, that is a human being. There's no such thing to say that a human is not supposed to drink water. I never heard of anything like that ever before. But to use the water for formula, and I questioned it. Well, that's because it's put in formula. And I tried. I went to Walmart, and it was like this powder, vitamin milk kind of powder. So I was putting that in my baby's Good Start formula. And I had went to the doctor and said to the doctor and the people at WIC, Women, Infants, and Children. I don't know if it's Black Panther Party or what. But I'm not even doing all that. But I'm stating the facts. And I said, I want a better formula for my son. And they said, well, what's the problem? I would have to write something specific. You would have to say that there is a specific problem and we can get your son a better milk. What milk would you like? And I didn't know. There were supposed to be lactation consultants, people educating me about nursing my baby and breast milk. And the insurance had purchased a little breast pump that was just, it was probably that breast pump that was not working. But I tried to do everything I could for help. And I got this milk that I researched, and it wasn't the best, but I have what I need. And so my baby was drinking this milk, Good Start formula, and it wasn't the best. So oftentimes, this grass is being cut. So oftentimes, from the beginning, know everywhere, but I'm talking about right here. This is Wisconsin. I know who I am. I don't need people coming up to me, asking me. And I don't have to fucking remember. I know me. What the fuck? Do something that's impressive around this month. God, please, for a change. So I'm gonna hurry up. I don't wanna hurry up. Oh my goodness. I think I got some copper. Oh, I ordered this. It came before 24 hours. I said, I appreciate. I said, I am preparing. I'm preparing. Preparation matters so much to me. Real. 7:42. I wanted to just stand up without touching the ground, but this ground. And so it's important to me to know much about who I am. So like when I have the proper nutrients, I'm not going to be afraid. I can say, wow, I'm feeling better about myself. Or I don't like that. I don't like the way that is. Well, I want to know more about that. And strengthen myself. To be immune for myself. To have healthy immunity within me of who I am and I matter. And that's how it is. It's of such great importance. I'm in good shape with myself. I'm good. I've tried. I've had 2 children, and I had them vaginally. My children are born healthy. My son is not autistic. My son is who he is. And there is no failure. Talking about no child left behind. And I got motherfuckers trying to tell me that I can't handle my own self, that I was not caring, that I couldn't care for my own mental health, that I am not a fit mother, and then had the motherfucking nerve to say that I was like something bad to my daughter. The fuck? You have no motherfucking idea what my children mean to me. But you gonna tell me that you can sign my motherfucking babies up for shit and go in any kind of motherfucking way, and you took away years, I can even say from birth, but just talk about from 2020. Do you know how much motherfucking living proof that my children, my son is not a goddamn diabetic? That's some bullshit. And they didn't say that he is. They said he could be because he eats a lot of bread and he's overweight. Well, guess what? When that motherfucking Illinois social workers, when I went to that shelter, Illinois, talk about it was some kind of safe place or something, moving me from one hotel to another, have motherfuckers fighting me, trying to put charges and shit up against me, and motherfuckers talk about it's a civil matter. Them motherfuckers came, it was a few of them trying to fight me, take my motherfucking phone. I didn't let them motherfuckers whoop me. They got that shit on camera. Them police officers in Gurney, they said, oh, we need a copy of that. We got to have a copy of that video. Where can we get a copy of that video? I do not play any motherfucking games. Just when like fucking 10 people try to fucking fight me over over a little boy that's supposed to be my cousin that I was helping. That these fucking social workers wouldn't even help him get into Indian Trail, get into school. He run the motherfucking streets and shit. Then met a damn pregnant girl and all kinds of shit. And I'm like trying to do the things that I need to do for him. And I go over there, the grandma call me while I'm fixing my mouth. I'm doing stuff with my teeth. And I go over there, the door is open. I knock a little bit. I'm asking, these motherfuckers come out and thought they were about to whoop my ass. I promise you, that boy got a lesson in Auntie Jasmine that goddamn day. Talking about, oh, he couldn't believe that, yeah, I ain't get my ass whooped. All of them motherfuckers. One by one, bit by motherfucking bit, I fought all them motherfuckers. And they now know, don't you run up on me thinking that you gonna do some shit to motherfucking me and you, I got my name. They took my son. Keep involving my mama and bullshit. I'm not gonna speak. I care about my mama. Social workers, I said, I'm going back to Kenosha. I'm not staying in this hotel. They had somebody, they told me that I could not stay in the first hotel that they had and said I was going to be there for 90 days. It was like a little one bedroom efficiency small apartment. It had a stove, it had a refrigerator, it was like a little kitchenette. When I told them that I was going back, I was catching, and I did call Lyft or Uber. They told me no, they were going to put me in a hotel from a motel to a hotel in Gurney. These cabs came to get me and my son. My son was not out of shape or anything. And so I had him. But I was being me, who I am. I was not putting my son in harm's way or anything. I have documents. But not only that, though, some social worker came and I called because they said that she was looking for me or something. Somebody had called on me. And they said it was unusual for somebody to call them. This was in Gurney, Illinois. And for somebody to call them, they're saying, like, so you calling? I say, yeah, because I was told you all are looking for me. I have a problem here. and they talking about they want to check about my mental health, and my son is autistic, and so to prove myself, I'm homeless. This hotel is bothering me. I have an apartment in my house in my name, which I didn't even use the whole house. But I have a house that the heat is not working. That's why I went to the shelter, because they refused to fix the heat. Women and children's called when I was in the other hotel and hated on me and told them all kinds of shit, and they knew about my Facebook page, all that shit, because they were stalking me. Women and children and the people who own the property made keys to the room that I had. I had put a brand new lock, but they had a fucking key. They went right in. I locked that room when I was evicted out, and I wanted my stuff, and they went right into the room. They forged the key. Whatever. But anyway, so I'm discussing me being myself and that I care about. So then now these different people all involved talking, saying that I could not keep my son, that I had to take him to my mother, and not asking my mom what plans she have, just doing whatever. And so I'm grateful. It's nobody's fucking business what kind of conversations I have with my children. And actually, if I want my children to go to my mom's house, I don't need a fucking permission slip from the city of Kenosha or any goddamn where. My children can go wherever I want them to go, whenever I fucking want them to go. I don't need stalkers now, can't keep up, because these motherfuckers, other people, everybody, I'm the only one on public aid, so everybody else, they can't stalk legally. So then they want to fucking stalk. And so these doctors are saying this shit, but it's not fucking true. My son is a growing child. Whatever the reason, whatever the problems, whatever the factors, my son is active. He's born healthy. Food, different things. He's growing up. But when I told them that now they have somebody coming, you know, kind of trying to exercise with my boy. And so I have to worry about somebody telling me that I might not be able to see my son. But now they're talking about they didn't say to me in writing that they want to set up visits. I was told that I can't even see my son, that my son can't even see me. But talking about, do I want to begin addressing court orders? No, you need to write me something more professional and detailed. I'm not fucking replying to your bullshit. But I have a draft like a motherfucker. And I'm still in it. So, when I eat, I want to understand what I'm having and what it does to me. I'm healthy. There's no way that food can make me sick unless the food is not really food. That's my opinion. I believe in myself. I trust myself. Okay. So there are problems all the time. I'm putting this shit out here because I have my own problems. For real. I yesterday slept in a bathroom on the floor. It wasn't really sleeping, but I did. I closed my eyes and I was there. I went in there and to a laundromat and slept on the floor just for a couple hours. I got there around probably like after 1 or something, maybe close to 2. I plan on going to the Kenosha, sitting down at Kenosha Transit. I was there, then I said I was going to go to this. I have to use a bathroom. Where are the bathrooms that are open around here? You know that you have a homeless problem. Wisconsin, United States of America. America. Is it a world problem? I am in the world. I'm in the universe. And so if I choose to try to make it on the way that I make it, I don't want to be violent. I want to continue because apparently I want some beauty for myself. I'm not a thief. I'm not like when I went there, like somebody tried to take advantage of me with the lift. They keep being on bullshit. This older white man, something. I don't know who the fuck he is. But he charged me $9. He wanted to keep me on the phone. He said, don't hang up the phone. He wanted to stay on the phone with me. That shit was like unusual. I'm not no motherfucking call girl motherfucker. Anyway, so I stayed on the phone with him, but even after I got in there, he still hadn't hung up the phone. I'm telling him I'm going to hang up the phone. But he's sitting there, he's saying these things. I told him on the phone that I had to go to the bathroom. He could have said, no, I can't. He did say he doesn't have anything to do. I said, well, I was going to add a stop. And then he said, okay, whatever. He could have said no. And that's why I said no, because they only have a couple minutes. Like when I had went just to the ATM on a Sunday, the woman had left. I just went, well, it wasn't the ATM, it was to put money on my card, whatever. But I did some banking business. And she left. I went out there and then I had to pay for another lift, and the man got motherfucking gas on my time for fucking Lyft. You have a motherfucking problem. Court shit. It don't even have to be court, but I want something. Oh yeah, but it's gonna have to be public knowledge, and it is. Motherfuckers fighting me, all kinds of shit in the motherfucking Lyft, telling me when I say I don't want to go to this place or whatever, where I'm dealing with a bunch of bullshit. I don't know anywhere else to fucking go but to sit outside in a safe environment and try to get my car back so that I can be myself. But I know where I know that I won't be hurt. But I know that it might not be the best situation for me. And then I end up being arrested and put in against. Then they try to tell me, oh well, you can go to this hospital. It has so much stuff, and it's such an extravagant hospital, and all this different shit. But these people are entrapping. Constantly think they're going to entrap me. Constantly think that they're going to play with my growing mind. No, I think for myself. Whew. I have my own self. There are not a lot of things, just a bunch of fake shit a lot of times. But if I can find something real and I document that, I don't need motherfuckers harassing me. I don't need people doing things to me that should not be done to me. My bones are healthy. My bones are still strengthening. So much about me. That's a continual thing. No matter how old I am, how young I am, at any age I'm growing. I may not be growing like that, but I'm growing. I'm continuing in the inside of me. Who knows? I can be taller. I can grow taller. I don't fucking know. But it's something that I'm not going to allow these people to think. Who the fuck do they think they are? They don't not even qualified to even motherfucking want to even tell me their goddamn name. You have to fucking be dishonest about everything that they are doing constantly, over and over again. You know, and like I told that social worker from Kenosha, Wisconsin, Division of Children and Family Services, where I still haven't got my call back from Madison from the Department of Children and Family Services. And I'm not gonna fucking stalk them. I'm gonna see, cause that's their motherfucking job. Cause I ain't asked to be in this bunch of bullshit. And I'm out here homeless, making sure I get some shit out the vending machine. I pick up all the stuff around me, put things in a proper place and everything how it's supposed to be. And then I get up, even though I know that maybe I can stand, but I'm not doing that. I'm not taking advantage of anything. Like, I'm not trying to control other people's stuff. I am in control of myself. I try to show appreciation as much as I can, as much as who I am. But these people are so disrespectful. These people are just thinking that they're going to do whatever it is that they want to do to me, and I'm supposed to try to accept it and believe what they're saying, and they're not even making sense whatsoever. And they're gonna try to tell me I'm not interested in your shit. I have to fucking now work and create something of myself now that I didn't have, that I don't want. Now I gotta stop doing what I'm doing for me and basically add to my stuff what you want me to add to. No, it's not making sense. But you already know what is being said and what has to be said for you to take my babies away from me or try to take me from me. Talking about I have to go to a mental health. No, I'm talking through my shit right here on motherfucking Facebook. I'm caring for who I am. So, yeah, I go and sit right next to that motherfucker if I had to, and they could watch this goddamn video. And I make the report, and I sit there and I try to talk to these people. I've been through all this, and I try to sit there. They say, oh, well, we don't have time. To keep productive, stay focused. What the fuck you mean? I'm talking to you about what I've been to these places, and all I did was fucking talk. I didn't learn a motherfucking thing from them. They don't have shit on me. They trying to find whatever the fuck they can to say that I'm inadequate, and I know that I have some problems. And it's like that. It's like that. And that's how it is. And it's simple as that. I see something, there's something, and somebody gonna try to tell me that it's not, and it's fucking right there. Your shit don't. How the fuck you trying to take my blood pressure, the same motherfucking scale and the same measure as every motherfucking body, every goddamn size? Keep your shit. I know my body. I know how I feel, and I'm not hating, because that help a lot of people or whatever the situation is. But you keep your shit to yourself because you don't want me to say how I feel about some shit. So why the fuck I have to be subject to what the fuck you feel? You ain't feeling me. What the fuck you mean? That's your bitch ass opinion. Yeah, it's not always cute, but maybe I just want to be able to fucking be around the people that don't like me to say my language. Because I don't want people trying to say that I'm teaching them bad behaviors and shit. And it comes out at times. But what I can encourage is self-control and self-sufficiency. It's not easy, but I have a liking. I've once taken a liking and studied to use the words. I'm not cursing. So that is the problem. And that's how I feel about stuff. I'm about to sit right here. Shit, where the fuck is Alexander Graham Bell goddamn shit around here? Benjamin Franklin. I'm standing right here. Motherfuckers hating on me like a motherfucker. Shit. Stupid ass. Stupid. Ungrateful like a motherfucker. Go about your goddamn business. Can you afford yourself? Shit, doing side jobs and side hustles and shit. Got motherfuckers thinking I don't like women. I'm a woman. Got motherfuckers thinking that I'ma take their man. How the fuck I'ma take your man and you hating like a bitch? I don't wanna be bothered with you. The fuck? Shit. For real. What? Phew. I put a lot of effort and power and energy and source and all my fundamentals, whatever it is, these words that I have to learn, and I probably could come up with something way better. But I have to continue to motherfucking be minor. These words, I'm like, damn, I don't even know what that means. It'd be like simple stuff. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you learning how to talk, you learning new language, you saying big words. What does that mean? What are you saying? You think that you better, all kinds of shit. There are people right now, I'm trying to find a car today for $1,000. I'm trying to get a car for $1,000, maybe a little bit more. But I'm gonna have to have something. But I can go somewhere, but because of I'm not who others want me to be, I can't. And I'm not mad at that. I'm myself. But I'm not going to allow people to tell me that I am not who I am. I'm not going to do that. I'm not perfect. I am not perfect. And I'm screenshotting these things about who I am. I'm documenting and I'm stamping my own passport too. I'm documenting my time. I'm documenting my presence, my place. You know, I'm enjoying who I am. Just the fundamentals of who I am. I don't have to go and research and source for other people. I can look through my own stuff. And I can look through that. I'm not trying to rehearse all these different things. And I want new things. I want to continue to move forward. You know, but it is nice to have for whatever reasons. And I'm not hoarding. I have had to carry all kinds of shit. I had that house on 22nd. That house had workshops and everything. That house should not have. And then the woman from Women and Children Horizons told me to move. She wanted me to move out of that house so that she can move into it. She was going to find me an apartment. And talking about her brother and them are the people who I got that Buick from, that the fucking tires and shit kept fucking up. Being cut up and shit. Man, motherfuckers. Kenosha. You know what I'm saying? But try to convince me that I don't have my mind. Okay, it's just a coincidence. Fine. But they called me and said, you know, what's the problem with your payment? And I'm telling them, you know what? I'm going through a divorce. The tires keep messing up. Well, okay. I have a sister. You can go to the shelter. They can help you. We'll put the payment or whatever. So then it's just like motherfuckers concerned about that. I mentioned this shit a while ago. I'm not hating because people did not, but it was some bullshit. It was motherfucking tracking devices on my car, all kinds of shit. I had bought in my own name, purchased, even from Illinois. They knew, they stalked me. Everywhere, every location that I was going, they knew where I was at. If I'm purchasing a car, I'm buying it. It's my own. There is no reason why you should have a fucking GPS tracking monitor on my car that is in my name, that is mine. That Lexus I had was motherfucking a tracking device was on that bitch. They followed me all the way to Illinois to the bank to receive all. They track every motherfucking where I'm going. And these, I promise. So how the fuck I didn't give them my fucking location where they picked the car up at? How the fuck did they know that I was there? How? I came there for a goddamn Ford Explorer. It was great. It was like a newer one or whatever. I know I qualified. They said it was a specific amount, and I got there and it wasn't. And I'm like, I don't even have everything that I need. I was about to start working at this job and all this different stuff. I knew somebody there. They told me, okay, I'm gonna get you in. Here's your form of employment. I knew that I did some working, taking care of my uncle on my own. I knew that I had other things that I was doing, and I made my own pay stubs for taking care of my uncle. And I brought them to them, and I got my car on my own. I did this stuff on my own. I have myself. If I was able to do that, it don't matter what. But I'm honest. I'm telling you right now. I had a 5,000 square foot home. That was mine. I qualified. I met the background check and everything. From Parkside for foreign exchange students. This woman doctor was a neighbor. Her husband was a doctor who cared about they were not my doctors. They were my neighbors that happened to be a doctor in their profession. I talked to them because and they were there. The woman came into the house. She told me different things, and these people hated on me. But the people, the house, these so-called attorneys, is thick. And I'm right here, but I have literally supported Kenosha. And people are trying to tell me that I'm inadequate. And if I don't have a house of my own, they're going to take my little brilliant baby from me. And I would never be able to see him again. I wouldn't even be able to know. And not only that, not only would they take my baby, they would take my parental rights. So from him. Who does some shit like that? And so all that just to be able to sit down is more. You know what I'm saying? It's not just to be able to sit down, but I have to, you know what I'm saying? If it's not about the paper that you can give me. It's about how much I matter. How much I matter to myself. I care about myself so much. I care about myself so much. And that is important to me. To continue to care about myself. I care about, and you know what? My son is being but at his school they treat him like they training him through the school to prison pipeline. I don't know everything that they're doing, but they are harnessing him, making him, and then they try to do it, but my son is not autistic. And if the public schools cannot teach my son of who he is, they can't label him. They have to pay for my son to be sent to another school that can teach him no matter where it is. And so because they are trying to play broke, they prefer to have an impact on him and label him. And a fake ass IEP, Nash Elementary School, disappointed me because I trusted that goddamn school. Didn't even want me to have input. I said, hold on, I want to add more to my son's IEP. This is not enough. This is not enough for the conversation. I didn't even get to put anything new. Oh, what do you want to put? They didn't even have a teacher I don't even know if he's a teacher now or whatever, but he's like a support. He's doing something, I don't know. But he had been kind of following my son for years without my permission. But I have seen him because he would bring him out at times where I would pick up my son early or late sometime, but I would call him. I don't need to mention my significance to Nash Elementary School. But Nash Elementary School hated on me, and it's a report in his CHIPS case about saying that they called on me, and how the fuck, what did I possibly do for them? And they didn't even tell me that they called Division of Children and Family, DCFS. But it said that my son was sick, and I would not allow my son to he didn't leave from me sick. So he was vomiting, and that might have been him being healthy. Maybe it was something that his body did not agree with. But him vomiting and getting all that stuff out of his system, he was not sick. He got all that shit up out of him. He was cleaning himself. But they were trying to make him hold that shit in him and wait till they fucking found a garbage can. But they had kicked him out of the nurse's room for some other boy that mom was on her way to pick him up because he gets headaches at times. That's what they said. But that boy walked right up into that, right up in there. He was walking, and he could have been whistling for all I know. Beautiful things. But I said, my son, I taught my son how to vomit. I even put on a YouTube video to show him. Right at 5211 52nd Street. Motherfucking, please. Because he didn't know. He didn't know how to vomit. He didn't know what to do. And I told him, don't be afraid. It was a lot for him. And so I started to show him different videos of how these children were vomiting. Not to replace or anything, but of who. So, and he do that. I care for my baby. Well, and I'm telling you right now, my children know that I'm Jasmine. And they call me Jasmine. They call me Jasmine. Not all the time. I told Divine, you can call me Jasmine. My babies, I'm not giving y'all my motherfucking information on my children. But what I'm telling you is, don't fuck around, please. I can't tell y'all what to do. Y'all gonna do whatever y'all want to do. I know that already, okay? But I'm not gonna sit by and be on some bullshit because you are. Because I was already advised to go through the courts. And I could say advised because that's what it was, some advice. And I already told them that I was, and I had specifically said it to that person. Just because I know that I'm not trying to overstep my boundaries, and that is not that's not my thing. But it is. That's the problem. But it is. Shit. It's stupid, man. Intentionally stupid. Pressed upon being stupid. I want my Sirius XM radio. I want OnStar. Shit. So don't no motherfucking body tell me that I am not busy, or that I am not making use of my time, or that I am out here. I went to that laundromat yesterday to use the bathroom, and it was a new sign on there that said something like, that I noticed, that said like, no panhandlers, no homeless people. They locked the fucking bathroom, but they're open 24 hours and have a bunch of people were in the fucking laundromat. But they said that people can't even use their motherfucking bathroom. They literally locked the goddamn door. That laundromat has had that bathroom open for all years. 52nd, right across the street. Like, I'm not even gonna say that. So Holiday Laundromat. Come talk to me if you want to. You can email me, because you don't want me up in your motherfucking establishment. Don't come for me and don't send for me. Jasmine, JASMINE _ Renee, RENEE DAVIS @outlook.com. And since you know so much, make sure that you have a good document, and all your shit is in motherfucking double space, 12 font, motherfucking any goddamn you want an MLA shit. And you better not use motherfucking some bullshit. I ain't hating. Nope. There's problems. Send the email however you want to motherfucking send the email. But I'm telling you right now, if you standing on them same principles, you better motherfucking identify it. This is the truth. And motherfuckers really, I believe, have thought that I was just a horrible, awful person, and have thought they had the right to beat on me and bully me and do all kind of weird shit to me, and don't even know I haven't even said all the shit that I have been through. But Nash Elementary, though, how much I know about American Motors. Don't even fucking play with me. I want my life. I know that it's hard sometimes, because it's all kinds of shit out here. It's like it's a fucking war that's being all around. And this is the problem. When I was at Wilson Elementary School, I won an award for a young author. And I had to be partnered with this white boy. And there was also pen pals. There was all kinds of different things. But I always kept it real. And so I don't need people trying to tell me, if I want to just step away and simplify things, I can do that. If I want to walk around this bitch drunk and so I can, whatever the fucking thing that I want to do, I don't drink alcohol. I'm straight. I don't need that. I'm not against it. That's not your fucking business. But what I'm saying is, I can do that. If I want to walk around, if I want to but guess what? You all have made sure that there have been places who tell me that my house is not good enough, when people have come to me and said, please, but why can't you put your daughter up in your house? For whatever reasons, I don't fucking know. But my daughter want to get her kids back. She just got out of jail, a white woman. just got out of jail. She's trying not to go back to jail. They came to me at nighttime. I don't even know how the fuck they knew they all the way on motherfucking the next street over. I'm on 31st and 43rd. They all the way on another street. How the fuck do they know that I'm outside? But I said, okay, but there are some rooms that are locked. That you can, them motherfuckers sold my motherfucking lamp or whatever they did. They had drugs, all kinds of shit. I contacted the police. The police weren't doing shit. They motherfucking did tore my door down. Kenosha police were not assisting. They tried to get me charged as a landlord, but these motherfuckers, landlords, doing anything they fucking want to do to me. While I have all kinds of stuff. I was caring for my dad, my uncle, 2 cousins, 1 cousin of which I'm not even motherfucking good enough for. Shit, ain't nobody about to motherfucking let you bitches, whoever, up in their business, and not even me, to fuck up their shit. And that's their life. People are not playing. No, you can't give enough food stamps. You don't have enough. And it's there. But like I said, nutrition matters. It's important. Most definitely. Now, all of this information might not even mean shit. People gonna continue to do what they're doing. But I know for sure that I'm saying what I have to say. And it really feels good to me. But it's not always going to be this pleasant experience for whatever. I'm literally having to go through times where I don't even know where I'm going to use the bathroom at, if the police are going to come, if I'm going to be arrested, if something is going to happen to me. You all know that there's a homeless problem, and you don't give a fuck because it's keeping your people busy. While they sitting on their ass, they could be like, I went to Taco Bell for a job. One day I was happy. I was coming from a scene. I'm like, are y'all hiring? Whatever. Could have went to Kenosha. Could have went anywhere I wanted. And I have been working on my business and everything like that. I proved that I have management skills, all these different things. I applied right away to become a manager. I was hired as a manager, a background check, passed the background check again to be a manager. I was so good where I had ended up being transferred to Franklin. It was some motherfuckers that were hating on me too. But I went to Franklin. And they did not want me to leave Franklin. They wanted me to stay in Franklin. I was all the way driving in a car the tires of the car was breaking. And I was going through a situation where it was a lot. But I had some good in my life. And I had something that I believe that was just something. Productivity. And so I wasn't too affected, but I had a lot of problems. And so I had this job. I had this training, but I had to sit at the computer. And I had to learn. And I got certificates. And people were hating on me. Talk about how come she is not working, and I'm like, okay, I'm asking, like, first of all, I'm a manager, and like, what is your problem? But why does it matter? I have already moved forward from that. So why do I have to worry about that again? Because motherfuckers stalkers. Because People want to act like they've been knowing me and they've been lying and shit, and they need important details, and they so fucking stupid that they don't want to meet somebody from where they are. I'm at a point now where it's just like, yeah, that important information is okay, but like, even yesterday somebody asked me, do I work at the library? I'm like, why are you asking, Lyft driver, why are you asking me if I work at the library? That's not your business. And to tell me because they had a friend there that used to work there. So what the fuck does that have to do with me even more so? Then I started recording. I'm like, damn, man, it's some fucking bullshit. But these people, I sat there for weeks on the computer getting this training. So while y'all could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be training. You could be motherfucking training and learning. You can facilitate something. And you're saying there's not enough. Well, because you all are hating on people who want an education, or people don't want, people can be entrepreneurs. Shit, the fuck this shit. People take care of their own self, and then somebody happened to have a great motherfucking idea, went to the state, got certified, got licensed, did some kind of business and connected like a motherfucker, and boom, there it is. High creation. I'm not worshiping motherfuckers, man. I have myself. I believe in who I am. I'm not hating on people. I'm not hating. I'm really not hating. I have my own matters as it is seen, as I see. And I want to make sure that ain't no mother, man, please. Talking about you had the best interest of my children, but why would you try to take their mother from them and try to act like I'm a bad person? But then you got my son subscribing to, and my son didn't tell me that. I read in the fucking IEP that was sent to me from Racine. I called to the school and asked, I talk to my son. I want to see how the fuck they do business, and see, they have already treated me like my rights have been terminated. I'm not about to keep fucking talking to people and fucking with people and getting in more and more trouble. I'm not doing it. They call social services on me and call the fucking police on me. And I talked to the assistant in Racine, the assistant police chief, for probably almost an hour. They didn't want me, and I got to talking, and finally, and I told them I have called for many different issues. Y'all, they're not even equipping the fucking the fucking doing unusual shit. Why you gotta do unusual shit while you on the phone with me? Why your computer gotta break down while you on the phone with me? But these are police officers who can't even get fucking technology around this shit. People coming in and out of here building their business and shit. Okay then. So why you hating on me? And if I say that I want to start a corporation, if I want some shit for myself, if I want to do me, or just be out and sit by a fucking tree, I have problems. You want to talk to me? You want to ask me something? If it's fair. But I don't have to tell anything, because I reserve that right. Motherfuckers can look on CCAP and see some things that are not always true. There's a lot of shit on there. Right now, I know that there's an eviction on my record that's supposed to be up. The woman used a picture of damaged property of a fucking curtains, that bathroom curtains that were black, that I didn't even have black bathroom curtains. And now, at what point are these judges gonna look at these photos and see, damn, this do y'all furnish the bathrooms? All these pictures are the same. I even said in court that's not my bathroom. And they try to act like I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. After the woman sit there and told me, oh well, you can leave or you get an additional 30 days, but I had to file an eviction. But she never told me what an eviction is, and so I thought it was a fucking extra 30 days party. And none, I had my daddy owned a home that he ain't owe, paid in full. Somebody talking about if I sold them my house, that they're gonna make sure I travel with them. I travel the world and stuff. So I put it at a specific value because I was kept on being told after these motherfucking white people that I let come up in my house broke my shit down and called the fucking city, and the city was talking about taking my goddamn house from me. Tell the truth. There's fucking loans out here that the city has. There's fucking houses that the sheriff department have that can be bought. There's cars, all kinds of shit out in this bitch that I been knew about, but I ain't fucking really know. Motherfuckers foreclose and take people's shit all the time. People, fucking officers drive around in motherfucking people cars and shit that they done took. Motherfuckers hopping in and out of cars, and I done had all kinds of cars that I could hop in and out of, but these motherfuckers have found a clever way to take all of my, everything I have, and they think they're gonna take me. They fucking putting the extra signs, talking, and it's something bigger than that. I still have not received a call back from the mayor's office. Motherfuckers sitting here suspend my driver's license. So and they talk about I gotta pay $50 to probably get the case open up. But didn't even explain that. Matter of fact, I'm about to look at that email. I take care of my business. Bitch, and you can't be mad because you doing it better. Now you want to fucking know what kind of soap I use and shit. Now, are you just gonna walk around doing water? Do you have that motherfucking kind of strength? And people sit there and like record me and say that I'm just sitting here talking to myself, and will edit out me sitting here talking to a camera or saying something or reference something all motherfucking day, and will refuse. And the police have been called. They said they were gonna call the police, and I let them know that was a crime, and I will press charges. This is from Kenosha County Crisis. People will put Kenosha County, it's legal for them to put Kenosha County on a business and they not be employed through the government. And motherfuckers believe that shit. Who does that? So maybe I should motherfucking create some shit like that and make some stuff happen around here. But I'm Jasmine Renee Davis. Motherfuckers won't even give my record and try to trick me into agreeing about my medical records and shit. Same thing when I went to jail. I'm gonna try to say that I signed at Kenosha County Jail. Gonna tell me that I signed for them to get my medical records. I never did. They had all kind of shit that they got. I never signed for. So it was some kind of forensic shit that motherfucking forged my signature. They kept taking my documents, taking my papers and shit. I had stacks of shit. But I said, no, I did not. And I said, oh, yeah. I let them know I called the Wisconsin Workforce Development and Department of Children and Family. And that male supposed to be nurse, that's not true. Just like this diagnosis, I said, yeah. And I let him know. And he told the black, this was a Hispanic or something kind of nurse who thought that he was so motherfucking smart, talking about, well, we're the healthcare professional. I said, that is not my blood pressure. I don't feel like that or whatever. You got me fucked up. And I go to court tomorrow. And matter of fact, my nutrition and all that stuff. Fucking thin ass blankets. Motherfuckers tearing the blankets up, making all kind of motherfucking hair bows and all kind of fucking teddy bears and all kind of bullshit. And they passing these motherfucking blankets out cold than a bitch. Turning the motherfucking air on, keeping motherfuckers in the cell, trying to see if they strength, and cause they in some cold shit or whatever the fucking situation is. Suffering motherfuckers around here, and I am not suffering. And think they're gonna have the nerve to try to find a way. I don't know what they thinking about, but they must gotta guess again. Nah, it's fucking bullshit. all these tactics that they doing and telling me, and I had to sell my house, and I still didn't. And then, if only that did not work, tore up my goddamn bathroom before I sold the house and knew I had no other choice. I had talked to them people and let them know. I did not know that would have been a wrap. That motherfucker, I could have sued the shit. And I contacted the business that they said that they stood for. That business, and I contacted for years. And that business wrote me, a nonprofit organization said, I want you to understand that this person. And then, but gonna also say, how. And y'all all use y'all intellect and y'all books and shit, but make sure y'all keep them on the table. And I know where the table is. Because it's like equality and equity. But gonna tell me, why would this person is so successful? Why would it? Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but maybe they successful because of the shit. And tell me why the motherfucker got a check at the same time I got a fucking check. From the same people that was only there in that building and not even there anymore. Ain't gonna try to tell me that I need some motherfucking drugs. I don't need no goddamn drugs. Shit. It's a mess out here. Motherfuckers like it and all that, and want because they got money. They doing all kinds of stuff with it. But I have to make sure I buy me a motherfucking something. Give me something today. For real. Please. Yeah, but so it's so many problems. And I don't have to worry about keeping track of my shit for other people when I'm sitting here doing me. I don't need to fucking organize my shit for you. It's all fucking mine. The fuck? That's the thing. Motherfuckers more worried about their numbers, their paperwork. Like at Mendota Mental Health Institute. Them motherfuckers sit on their ass all goddamn day. Bullying and shit. Trying to make motherfuckers think that they don't have, man. It's terrible. One bathroom that people have to fucking barbed wire, all kinds of shit for at a hospital. That's not a hospital. It's not. Fucking clothes and all kinds of shit. No, I'm not tolerating that shit. I said, I'm not wearing it. Like, literally. They didn't even, I ordered 3 boxes of tampons. Oh, and they didn't even give me my money yet. Shit, I have bills that I have to pay. I have things that I have to do. But right now, I'm choosing. I'm not entertaining anybody. I have enough time. I know. I want my time. I want my life. And for y'all to do all this shit just to push me out in the street, and so anything can happen, and then y'all can say that I had a mental illness and you have an excuse. No. Motherfucking way. These birds around here, I can't even give them any seeds, because then that'll be a motherfucking wrap unless they eat it out my hand. Then motherfuckers say I'm fucking littering and shit. They just cut the grass. I got out of jail with all my shit. My shit was falling. I was right there at the on Sheridan Road. My shit was falling all out of my... It came in a box, all kinds of shit. I want my dictionary. But all my shit, they don't give a fuck about people. My shit was falling all out, every goddamn thing, all over the place. There are cameras there. When are you all gonna really look into this shit? And y'all keep letting... Because a lot of people that are surrounding me have something to do with the shit. and have something to do with it then. But you do it right and stop hating on me because I can handle my own. It's fucking lots of y'all, but it's one of me. And whoever you want to come up against, because I know you're not talking about all the motherfucking reparations and all this motherfucking shit that you are constantly. Yes. Shit, because it's a lot of people that sing a tune that said, and I was not going to sing up in that motherfucking jail. Shit. Motherfuckers didn't even want me to really even, I barely was getting some stations. And then at the hospital, it was, how come I'm not getting some, I'm like, no, motherfuckers got it. Man, this shit's fucking crazy. The radio, all that shit, I was listening to sports. At times I was listening to politics radio and stuff, and I said it was just a lot, but I wasn't getting the civics radio like I wanted and things like that. But I just started listening to sports. It was different for me. For real. Motherfuckers will see me drinking a soda and try to say they do kids like that. These babies can drink caffeine. Shit, man, I'm telling you, motherfuckers start. People, the beautifulest people. And people have to struggle and go through all kinds of shit. And people come up in here and just run over motherfuckers. And then who can even tell? Shit, motherfuckers don't even have proper grocery stores around here. Like businesses, all that different stuff. And it's just like, I went to Frank's Diner one day, and I was working at Market Pro, and they had a burger called a Shoe Burger. It was a hamburger with blue cheese in it and all that different shit, and I liked it. But, so I had a respect for Frank's Diner, you know. But, I went there, and the food was, and the owner, whoever, I didn't even know, this man stood up, is it good enough for you? Like, he made it, so, is it good enough for me? And I went and I tried to talk to him and all that different stuff about the food. And then it was like they were trying to make it seem like I was mentally ill or something. But he's talking to me and I'm trying to talk to him. So I'm like, damn, this is fucking Frank's Diner who traveled a motherfucker over here. I was born in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So, but Kenosha, Wisconsin do not own me. Kenosha, Wisconsin is a place that has so much, and it's being portrayed as something so just, I don't even know, but it's dirty than a motherfucker too. And people have invested before, during times where they come here and then they in some bullshit and then they have to keep themselves, and then now they involved in some shit too. But now you know, because you've been knowing this shit too. And not all the time. For me to go to the library and somebody try to fuck with my head and just by saying a bunch of motherfucking words. There's a video on here, public, from last week. Shit. Motherfuckers say anything. Matter of fact, that might have been this week. I don't give a fuck. It's on there. Shit, I'm at today on Friday. But what I'm saying is, I'm not making any excuses for what I'm saying is that these people are so used to fucking with people's heads, not knowing information, not being taught, withholding information, being given all kind of shit, gave me the runaround and gave me a power bank that does not even work. I have another one right here that is intentionally and told me that there was something specifically for me. Now this happens a lot of times and a lot of shit. Motherfuckers, man. And I have to be knowing all this shit and people still being mean to me, and I have to be out in the streets and motherfuckers like, nah, man. And people don't have to have their businesses being have them open to me or whatever. But you talking about it's a private business, okay? Well then, how about this? How about I call your motherfucking call you out where I'm walking up in here? What if I have to use a bathroom or something like that, and I'm putting my quarters in your machines and shit, but you telling me I can't even use a bathroom, and it's a bathroom there. You got the nerve to have a sign up on this motherfucker and all that different stuff. So if I'm homeless, I can't even fucking wash my clothes at your shit, and then I can't even use the bathroom. No. So okay, you don't want homeless people washing at your establishment. That's fine. But what about the people who are not homeless that might have to use the bathroom? That don't want their motherfucking clothes to get stolen. My shit was stolen from motherfucking Blue Kangaroo. Yep. My clothes, I had this night, some of our goodest fucking clothes. It was a fucking storm. And I couldn't get my shit. Who's fucking much? It's supposed to unlock after a couple minutes. And our clothes were stolen. Blue Kangaroo did not do shit about it. They were trying to be mean to me. I ain't no motherfucking way I should ever have a shoplifting charge on my fucking record. Ain't no motherfucking way somebody gonna tell me I can't have my children unless I have a specific something, or I can't be in a program unless I dress a specific way, or I can have some, or I can't do this. I'm not subscribing to any more of y'all motherfucking pressure. Shit, motherfucker, I'm not dressing up for you because you trying to really pimp me, putting motherfuckers in my past, this fucking house next door. You got this man got a key. I'm telling you, no, and I tell you, I don't want that man having a key to my house on 6514 22nd Avenue. But you still let this I'm getting ready to go out and motherfucking just enjoy myself. I get out the shower, my children sitting there just sitting there watching mommy, looking up literally like this to me. I'm walking around with no clothes on. Got out the shower in front of both of my children with naked. In front of my children, dancing, listening to music, smoking probably. I had put some motherfucking pizza in the oven and shit. My babies were not hungry. They looked at their mom like, my mom about to do something, and they were not crying, telling me please. They were so excited and happy that I was going somewhere, and I'm dancing. I had put on a motherfucking wig. Oh, get ready. And this motherfucker been watching me the whole goddamn time. This neighbor standing in got on my porch that was locked. I look, he was fucking smiling in my motherfucking door. How the fuck? He had a key to my motherfucking house. And these motherfucking Marsha Davis, Robert Davis, social worker, school teacher, Illinois school teacher, motherfucking Wisconsin social worker. Anybody taking a motherfucking autistic baby from them? Probably motherfucking not. That's probably what you motherfuckers trying to sell me out. Bitch, you not. I don't know. But the thing is, you around here literally committing crimes, but you got the same eviction on my shit. You talking about my long ass history and all this shit, adding shit onto my shit. But you gonna tell me that I need to have a house and I need to have all this different stuff in order to get my children back? Where all of my shit, like, no, I have went above and beyond and did a bunch of shit. But I have talked to everybody that I try, and even today I have bills that I need to pay. That's me. Whatever I do for my life, whatever doors I go in, that's not your motherfucking concern. Whatever relationships I have or whatever. But I have not ever taken anybody's life from them. And I have never went to these places and I did not report. I tried to reason with these people. I tried to talk to these people. I tried to do everything that I possibly could to talk to these people. The stores, all this shit. I have called the governor's office. Motherfuckers trying to get cute with me, try to sass me, all kinds of bullshit. If I'm calling the governor, now I'm gonna have to contact the president. Do I have to contact the Congress, the cabinet? Because you motherfuckers got me fucked up. I am a person. I own this shit around here. Yes, because I also am a taxpayer. That means a lot to me. See, y'all around here don't got no motherfucking real education any goddamn way. A lot of y'all shit is word of mouth. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Then somebody like me actually just know the facts. And you fucking, oh, I feel like you're trying to catch me up in something. Shut the fuck up. You own this bitch probably. Shit. I don't even know, because I asked him, is he the owner? And he didn't say anything, and then he told me no. But I don't know. I'm just saying, that's how I felt at the time, and that's what I'm saying. He said he's not the owner. I'm not accusing him, but I can believe what the fuck I want to believe. But no, he said he's the manager or whatever. But okay, that's fine. But you telling me that you do all of the hiring for everybody around here, so you know about this shit. But you're telling me that I'm trying to catch you up. You've been caught up. Shit. The fact of the matter is, you it's good that it's me, because some motherfuckers would have mopped your motherfucking flow with your ass on the real, and then motherfucking did the swept too, did the motherfucking again, wipe the motherfucking machines off with your ass, wash these motherfucking walls off with your ass, and change your motherfucking clothes, gave you a shower, change your motherfucking clothes, and sit your ass the fuck down, and taught you how to motherfucking send a goddamn email, and you still had your motherfucking life. The fuck? Somebody trying to take your goddamn life from you, your motherfucking rights from you. Ain't no motherfucking way I'm about to give my life to you. The fuck? Or yours, while you trying to motherfucking talk about that nothing. You gonna try to put an indictment out on me? You got me fucked up just to come up in there and my door in your motherfucking bathroom. I ain't hide shit from them. I don't give a fuck. Shit. Don't tell me that I don't know how to exercise and be who I am. Shit, I'm not about to be raggedy and tired from you motherfuckers. For real, it doesn't make any sense to have to go through such measures. For real. And if I'm being a bother to somebody, then you say that. For real. I'm out here trying to make it the best way I can, and I'm not going to be set out here to put myself at risk. Right now, I can go to these dealerships right now, and I should be able to say I got $1,000. Let's work something out, because it's been some shit, and I'm not gonna tell nobody that they didn't work it out, and tell nobody that they no, because they haven't been. I tried with all these businesses around here, and most of them have fucking refused. And in fact, not only did they refuse, but they have made me look like I was criminalizing them. And probably got extra cars off of that shit. Or extra something. Contact the Supreme Court on y'all ass, man. No, I'm not gonna sit here. Now you go ahead. You try to convince the Supreme Court to fucking hate on me if you want to. Not everybody. And then people's like, why would people want to put their whole career at risk and all this different stuff? I don't know. Cause they fucking hate. They probably want to get motherfucking medical leave or some shit. I don't even know. Motherfuckers be trying to be friends with me and shit, and bullying me and doing all kind of dumb shit. It's nothing that I could possibly do. And I'm telling you, I'm not about to let somebody fuck up my food so I can be like, nah, I'm not even eating this shit. And then I don't get my nutrients and I have to get some shit out of the vending machine or something like that because I done been banned from a motherfucking store. Because motherfuckers think that I didn't know that they didn't treat me kindly. I know. But not everybody is mean. That's the problem. Motherfuckers to sit there and try to make you believe that I'm literally not healthy, that I'm not well, and people say because they got fucking shit that'll look like I'm fucking sick or something. That's why I'm doing me by all means. There's tons of things that I would want for myself. Man. To be involved in some shit. See, if it was fried yesterday, this would not be all like that, too. But that's not the reason why I wanted it fried. But I'm just saying, I'm not about to eat this shell. It's going. I'm gonna have to now I'm gonna have to give me some apples anyway and drink some more water and shit so this fucking dough don't fucking harden up in my bowels. It'll do that anyway. But what I'm saying is I'm healthy, so it's not gonna stay in my system that long. But it'll attach easier if it's like flour and water, not cooked so much. That's just how I see it, because I know myself. I like the way that those vegetables. I said that I was fucking sitting down at the transit yesterday. I'm like, man, I took my shoes off sitting out there. It's like almost midnight. I have to go to the bathroom, man. I'm not about to be like in disagreement with trying to figure things through. I have some stuff that I have planned for myself today. But I know eventually I'm gonna go in this library when I feel like it. All I have to do is give them this power bank. I'm not about to be carrying around. That's the thing. Like I said, I had to carry around so many people's stuff. Them places was dropping off all kind of stuff, but wouldn't even give my baby. Well, and then had they friends bringing me motherfucking Easter motherfucking food and shit. I'm like, who does this shit, man? It's fucking like a whole bunch of shit. It was some nostalgic shit up in there or whatever. But I felt I couldn't even throw the shit out, so I had to have that shit out here. And then I'm like, it take me a time, 1 year fucking lease. By the time I unpack, they kick me out. Don't want to renew my shit, knowing that my situation, knowing that I'm carrying my babies with me, and try to make them think that they inadequate. My babies are rich. My babies are wealthy. My children are wealthy. My children are wealthy. I'm not gonna put my head down when somebody walk by me. I can look at somebody if I want to, because if they don't want to look at me, they don't have to look at me. But people can see. Shit. If somebody see that they don't want me looking at them, apparently they looking at me too. I'm not gonna always do that, but I know I do it anyway at times. But I'm not going to. It might not even be the people, but it's nice to see other people. It might be a fucking robot driving. I promise. And that's the thing. Like, they keeping this information because they want to trick somebody that's happened to be smart, and trick somebody that really don't know, because they keep technology and stuff away and say that I'm exaggerating. Some people are not going to talk about it and tell it because they want to get more access or whatever, and that's just how things are. I don't need to go through all kinds of stuff with people and do all kinds of things because that's what they want. Like yesterday, I was in Fresh Time. I don't know if it was a staff, but literally the woman broke the fucking lock or something trying to get in the damn door. I'm like, what the fuck? You see that this shit is locked. It's another one open. You want this bathroom, but I'm literally on the toilet. If I wasn't on the toilet, if I literally wasn't using the bathroom, then I would probably say go ahead. But I probably wouldn't even be up in there because I didn't come in there for that. I came in there for some food. I came for some hydration. I wasn't coming there to fucking sleep. So motherfuckers talking, and it gotta be somebody in some situation where they shouldn't be doing that shit. Trying to accuse me of stealing this shit, and then try to say it polite. No, because you know it's illegal to try to accuse somebody of some shit and you don't know. And that's, people have their own interests. But then if you so interested, then what about what I can do? And so you accusing me of stealing? I literally stood right here, and then you signing me up for an account that I don't even have. Talking about frequent shop, I hadn't been to Fresh Time in motherfucking years. And the same thing with festival food. Shit. Motherfuckers come here and can't even teach their generations about their own things. And motherfuckers like then got so creative, fuck heritage and shit. That's bullshit. Where you got libraries and shit. This whole shit, man. It's not right. Not fair. And I'm not doing all of this stuff I'm literally living my life to just really on my own natural terms. There's so much I want to do, and I'm not rushing. I'm gonna get there. Some stuff I want to start that I don't want to stop, and I don't have to because it's me. I'm not about to rush so that you can fucking see it. Why you got an open fucking case so you can be involved with it, bitch? No, then you can try to say that you attaching and sue your motherfucking job or some shit. Stupid bitches. Y'all stupid for doing this shit. You ain't got yourself involved in my stuff. You might be so fancy somewhere else, but that shit, it's not for me. I see this shit all the time. Then you biting your nails and shit, trying to catch motherfuckers up. I have to let you know, people been hating on us for a long time. I ain't even fucking got the damn baseball diamond up at Columbus Park anymore. I said, okay, well, they doing something different around here. And that's that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, wouldn't it be nice to know these things, like what's going on in these public places? These politicians are working for me. Yeah, you politicians are working for me. And not to mention how motherfuckers sit there and I try to unfollow and they keep on fucking making me follow these motherfuckers. How the fuck am I still seeing these people's shit? Open my door, my house for these people, and they fucking allow all kind of stupid shit. Then I call them like, hey, do you have any? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't. Damn, like y'all just went and rummaged through my shit without my permission, all kinds of shit. Whatever the situation is, I've been there for a lot of different things. That's why I said I'm not a politician. I'm me. I represent myself. I'm independent. Then when I said I was a Republican, that's another thing that motherfuckers did not like. I'm not a Republican. I'm myself. I have a right to choose. Like, yeah, motherfuckers don't even know. Like, I was in jail. It was elections, and I asked about voting, and it, like those letters, that shit that I write, them grievances and all that shit. That's public record for anybody. Anybody can get those records. Oh, more guacamole. I'm about to carry this shit around with me all day. But I'm gonna learn how to talk. And I don't have to talk all the time, and I don't have to tell everybody I talk. What I talk about. Or whatever, shit. Motherfuckers don't have to talk. What the fuck? Who are you? Royalty? Because you get used to somebody telling you pretty and your pigtails look nice and shit. Your ponytails look nice and shit. Okay. You're not the only one who been told that they fucking pretty or whatever. I be having to get used to shit too. I'm not hating. And it be like I have to get used to stuff that really I don't even be like feeling. So I have to make sure I got my words right. Because people always say, like, I'm like, damn. You call me crazy, but I ain't never even act crazy around you. What the fuck? That shit not a compliment. You're not the only motherfucking handsome person around this mile, around here, around this bitch, in this city, in this town. It's men hating on me too now. And I keep saying the same stuff at times. It means something to me. For real. Motherfuckers come up to me literally and tell me, hey, remember me from this place and that place? I'm like, man, I'm not talking about that. I'm not discussing that. No, I'm not in that. And then they tell me that they not in it too. But then what the fuck? You don't got nothing else that you... Hi, my name is this. What's your name? Introduce yourself on your own shit. I don't give a fuck. But don't try to tell me that I don't remember. You don't want... Hey, you know, it was something that I did that was a little sketchy. You know, you mind not talking about that? Shit. I don't even fucking know what you talking about. Shit. People don't know how to fucking talk. Cause them the people that I don't want to fuck with, cause somebody else is fucking controlling them. And I ain't trying to get in nobody's business, cause shit is some big shit. And I be around this motherfucker, and I talk to big people all the time. Shit, that's how I am. Motherfuckers don't like that shit, then that's on them. But I'm not about to sit here and fuck. And then it don't even be on their level. Like, and that's how motherfuckers mad. You chose your own fucking shit. Move around. Like, for real. All this stuff that's going on in here. I got my own stuff. It's technology, it's all kinds of stuff. I'm a person who is just who I am. Little people, big people, all kind of people that came, and I have never. But I'm like, I do not know you though. I do not know you. You do not know me. You probably fucking have an idea or whatever. You might know some shit, but you know that part, but maybe I haven't even walked into that little part. Maybe you've been hoping and can't wait till I grew up for good things or whatever. But maybe you can wait till I grew up so you can fucking fight me so your ass won't go to jail. That's what I said. Motherfuckers rushing to become 18 and shit. That is not grown. And there is some provisions. Believe that. Yeah, motherfuckers doing all kinds of shit. I'm not gonna assume, you know what I'm saying, and it be something else. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna look around me, but that don't mean like somebody pointing their finger. That they could be showing somebody something. That don't mean that they trying to get my attention. Hey, you talking to me? Oh yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, come here. Motherfuckers be on that stupid shit. Nope. I ain't never had, like, I'm so, man, I have been in some situations where I'm so proud to be here today. But they can't hold that shit against me because I'm here right now. What the fuck? It wasn't a crime. I was not committing crimes. I'm not talking about crime. I done been in some dirty ass motherfucking beds and all kinds of shit. And didn't even know they were fucking dirty, okay? Spectacular. I have always been super. Not even knowing like a lot of stuff in the meaning for so much. Some people are put in a position to learn and they have different opportunities for themselves, and they may meet friends because of public schools, community, and different things, and it's like, oh no, I don't want to be like my friend, man. I want to be like my family. I'm not. And they not like me. That's how it is. I'm sitting here. Motherfuckers got no. That's they shit. I'm about to count your money for you, and you not about to count mine. If you asked me for something, that's why I went to Office Max yesterday for a receipt book. I had to charge my phone though. Anyway, this might go up, and I want to save it for more than 30 days. So I want to make sure it's never deleted. And like I said, different apps have other things. Jasmine Renee Davis. I myself, I like technology. I want to build some apps, coding. I have MySpace. I'm about to get back on MySpace. I'm about to be on Black Planet too. I'm on some other stuff out here. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm going to get on LinkedIn. Jasmine Renee Davis.